Ja, herzlich willkommen zu einer neuen Ausgabe SI-Talk. Ich lache gerade, weil das ist schon das zweite Intro. Es ist relativ laut hier und jetzt schauen wir, dass wir es jetzt über die Bühne kriegen. PDSI 2026, der Aktienmarkt ist hot. Ich habe ein heiße Commodity bei mir, Q2. Und Q2 ist im Lithium-Bereich. Ich bin selber Aktionär. Ich habe einen Conflict of Interest und bin eigentlich auch schon länger dabei. Und die Aktie hat einen also richtig guten Lauf gehabt. Und ja, jetzt ist für mich natürlich interessant, war es das oder geht es weiter? Alice ist CEO von der Company und von daher schauen wir mal, da können wir es aus der ersten Hand geliefert. Alice, thank you for your time. I said in my introduction, in my German introduction, I have a conflict of interest. I'm a shareholder. And we have a pretty good run, we must say. So not only lithium stocks going up, you have also really extraordinary drill results. So it's unbelievable how good it was. Also, when you talk with other people from the industry, they say really maybe was one of the best drill holes they ever saw. But fill us a little bit in. What do you do? In which area you're working? Where are maybe your neighbor or something that you have? So and how's really the last drill results looks like?
For sure. So we're in James-Bay, Quebec, Canada. We are 150 kilometers north of the train station, so of the CN, Canadian National Railway, which would essentially take any product coming out of James Bay down to the trains, down to the ports to get on ships or to get further processed elsewhere. But we have a project called the Cisco Lithium Project, and as you mentioned, we've had some phenomenal drill results. So we acquired the project literally 2 years ago yesterday. Started drilling it in 2024, drilled, I want to say, 6,300 meters, and had some really good wide intercepts. So we were hitting intercepts of about 120 to 200 meters of continuous spodumene-pegmatite, which in the James Bay region, most companies are getting maybe a 20 to 50 meter interval. We're getting these really wide 100-meter intervals, so it's just continuous white rock, which is spodumene-pegmatite. And they all assayed, between, say, 1.2 to 1.7%. So that's a fairly consistent average of lithium mineralization. So we did some more work in 2025. We drilled another 25,000 odd meters, and what we have coming up right now is a resource estimate. So that's what we've been pushing towards, is to get that mineral resource estimate out there to the public so that we can actually have some official numbers on what we're seeing at Cisco. So, we did do an exploration target in July of 2025, and that was based off of the first 40 holes. And based off those first 40 holes, it's a conceptual estimate, but what they estimated was it was 215 million tons to a maximum of 329 million tons. Context-wise, at the minimum, 250 million tons, that would rank Cisco as it's in the top 10 of largest hard rock lithium deposits in the world. So that was our big goal this past year, is to get enough drilling done so that we could actually get that resource estimate out there to benchmark ourselves, if you will.
I have a second lithium companies in this area. This is a PMET.
Yes, Patriot.
What is the difference between you and PMET?
And PMET? I mean, immediately it's where we're located. So PMET, which has a Shaketubunan project up to the north of us, their feasibility study calls for them to drive 830 kilometers from their project down to the railway in Matagami, and we're just 150 kilometers. They have a phenomenal deposit. They have a phenomenal cesium deposit as well. But for the most part, we're the closest ones to infrastructure. And I think that when we come out with our resource estimate, I think it will be potentially larger than their resource.
Wow.
Their lithium resource.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a pretty good run. Do you think that it was only about the lithium, the drill results what you have, or also help the lithium market itself? Do you see some institutions, they are coming in and looking more at the lithium? We know exactly 2-3 years, the lithium market was dead after the first run
Yes.
we have, then it was really dead.
Yeah.
And now it looks like much better.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that was the sort of disconnect of when we bought Cisco 2 years ago. Nobody cared. Nobody cared about lithium. When we did a financing that you were part of, that was in 2024, I believe. Nobody cared. Nobody wanted to give us money. We managed to raise, I think it was $6.5 million. And now with the price of lithium starting to uptick, all of a sudden people are starting to care again. And they're seeing that you need lithium for batteries. You need, it's not just the electric vehicle story. There's also the battery storage systems that you need to, smooth out your electrical grids. And, AI is a big, data centers, they're all big uses of electricity. And you need to have electricity. Everything's electrifying right now. So there's such a more demand story. And I think because it's been quiet so long and nobody's really paid attention, which is good for us because we're sort of under the radar right now, I think it's going to start to uptick a bit more. And you'll start. It might be a slow climb. It might not be that immediate climb like PMET had back in, 2022, 2023?
Oh,
Yeah.
I think it was a little bit earlier. So it was when
2020, 2021. I think that's when it started to creep
really,
up. And then it just shot right up.
Yeah, up to $18 and then down to $3 or something like that.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, as a PMET shareholder myself, I enjoyed that.
but not the right down.
But not the right down. But I mean, I bought shares with them at 35 cents, I think it was.
Yeah.
Like we're talking 2020.
Yeah, it was 2020.
Right? Yeah.
I was also 30 cents, 35 cents or something like that.
Which is fascinating. You see that with a lot of the companies, even here at PDAC. They've all done finances in the last year, in the last 6 months. Everybody's cashed up. Everybody's excited, which is great. It's great to see that. There's going to be a lot of work going on this year.
Yeah, but on the other side, I see the flip side of the negative side on it. That's mean also you get a shortage on drillers, get a shortage on the labs,
Exactly.
the price going up dramatically that everybody looks for when more money is involved. So you have negative impacts also on the side. So how you manage this negative impact?
Well, you lock your drillers down pretty quick in your helicopter company, and you make sure that you have all of the things. And we're drilling right now, so we have 4 drill rigs up at Cisco drilling. So making sure that we have a contract with them, that they're not going to leave because somebody else is doing some work, because it's going to get busy this year.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, which is great for the economy and great for the country. However, there's not enough people to go around.
Yeah. That's the point. Yeah. That's the problem. What I say, the cycles was we have here in the industry are so quick and so fast and so hard that a lot of in the beginning when the cycle going up, not the service companies not team up so quick. Then they say we have no clue how long it's to really take the cycle. Then you have not enough people to facilitate all this potential.
I mean, one of the things we've been saying. So our resource estimate is we were hoping to get it out by the end of February, so before PDAC. Now it's end of March, and that's solely because of the assay labs. Because everybody's working, it slows everything down. And you need to have your assays in order to.
Yeah, sure.
Right?
It's not possible. You do it on the other way. So and we get delays, and everybody looks before that you have something prepared for the PDC. So for sure, it's the big one. And then the lab not working, or they are working, but they have enough to do. So it's you miss this opportunity. But on the other hand, I think we are all from the industry and we understand the cycle. So but you have a pretty good run.
Yes.
I think you're now traded at 260.
Yeah, and we closed at 260, 262 on Friday. Yeah.
So really pretty good run. What are the arguments for the people to buy your stock now?
There's still a lot of upside. So we don't have our resource out there. That'll be by the end of March. We'll have our resource estimate out there, which essentially will, like I said, put the actual numbers out there of what we are. And then we are drilling, so we have assays coming. And we've already started moving right into PEA, sort of work, preliminary economic assessment. So trying to shorten that timeline from companies like PMET, or every other company in James Bay has a resource estimate on their project, has a feasibility study on their project. So trying to shorten that gap while it's still relatively quiet. That price of lithium keeps ticking up. So I think we'll get a tailwind with that. So just making sure we head down, keeping going, keeping working, keep hitting milestones that we're setting for ourselves.
What's also important, and I'm an old timer in this industry, is always permitting. And the last 15 years or 20 years, we always say permitting take it longer than most people believe. But with this current global situation, it looks like that the permitting maybe are shrinking. We see some fast track permitting and so on and so on. Do you see also the situation in James-Bay that maybe you have the chance that we see positive impacts on the permitting side?
I think so. I think the governments are realizing that that is a bit of a logjam. That's where projects are getting stuck. And if you want to be at the forefront, I mean, Canada is resource rich. If you want to have projects going into production, which they're getting tax dollars from, so you need to make it an easier way to get those projects online. So the governments are talking the talk, and it's just a matter of that actually taking effect. So Ontario's been big proactive at getting projects fast-tracked. BC, I know, fast-tracked a few projects. So I think it's a matter of time, and I think North America needs more mines to go into production.
Last question. Or not the last question. How the shareholder structure looks like?
Right. So we have 194 million shares outstanding. I would say 25% of that is held by insiders and close at hand. We did do a financing in August 2025, so just 8 months ago. We raised $26 million of flow-through money. So that was mostly it was all institutional money that came in. So the shareholder registry is starting to flip. So you're getting a lot of the longer term shareholders in there, ones that are sticky, ones that are going to support the company as we continue to grow and to continue to move Cisco forward. So that's pretty much the shareholder. And there's quite a few funds that have maybe 5 to 7, 8%. But yeah, it's starting to flip.
We talked in the beginning a little bit about the lithium market itself. What is your personal feeling about the market? We see an uptick, a good uptick, but we are far away from the tops what we have 3-4 years ago. So what is your personal view on this?
I mean, there's always going to be a demand for lithium. I think it's going to continue to creep up. I'm personally hoping that it's not as immediate as that last one was, and I think it'll be more of a gradual, because I think a lot of people realize, like a lot of the companies that were actually producing lithium at the time, you're selling it at a high cost. During that downtime, they've had to, recalibrate to get their costs down. So I think it'll be a slower, gradual. Who knows? I could be proven wrong. But I hope it's, and I feel it's going to continue to grow. Because you look at countries like China who have just electrified everything. And they've got solar farms, and they've got these big battery storage systems. And I think we're behind North America, and I think it's going to get there. I think it's a matter of time.
You don't think that with the south neighbor of your country, they changed their energy policy, that this has not been a major impact, and this energy transfer or the conversion must going on, like we see in Europe?
Yep.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you for first introduction to your company. Good luck. As a shareholder, it's clear. Hopefully we see higher trends. Ja, kurz zusammen, zwei Metals. Ihr kennt PMET. PMET ist, wenn man es James Bay anschaut, dann haben PMET ungefähr 850 Kilometer, bis dass sie quasi ihr Erz verschiffen können. Sie haben nur 150 Kilometer. Und das ist auch der große Vorteil. Sie kommen am Ende März, das könnte ein Beschleuniger sein, mit einer Ressourcenschätzung raus. Die könnte vom Lithium größer sein als PMET selber. PMET hat allerdings natürlich noch das Cäsium und so weiter drin. Also wir reden jetzt nur von Lithium. Die haben einen sensationellen Job gemacht, vor 2 Jahren das Projekt eigentlich übernommen, wahnsinnig viel gebohrt, super Intersection gemacht. Das ist auch der Vorteil von diesem Erz, das ist nämlich schneeweiß. Das sieht man einfach, I say it the beauty on the lithium is that you see it and it's white, the ore. I was once in a mine and you see the white shoot, and then you know exactly, this is my ore.
You know when you're in it, you know when you're in it, you know when you're out of it. That's why we were issuing visual results at first because you could see it, and we could pretty much estimate what grade it was going to be. Yeah.
And this is the beauty on the lithium industry.
Yeah.
So, und wie gesagt, der Catalyst ist sicher die Ressourcenschätzung Ende März. Sie bohren natürlich weiter, sie gehen gleich in die PEA über, damit sie ein bisschen das Gap, was die anderen schon haben, schließen können. Und er hat einen super sensationellen Run gehabt, waren perfekt vom Timing her. Marktkapitalisierung ist natürlich noch kleiner als wie viele andere dieser Explorer, aber trotzdem sehr, sehr gut aufgestellt. Also wirklich spannende Company. Und wie gesagt, ich bin Aktionär. Ich bleibe auch noch Aktionär und jetzt schauen wir mal, wie es weitergeht. Und ich glaube, dass Lithium ja bei weitem noch nicht ausgereizt ist. Wir haben jetzt erst die erste Welle nach oben gesehen, aber wir sind weit, weit weg von den Kursen, wo wir mal früher waren. Und es ist auch die Frage, ob wir die schnell erreichen. Wir haben auch darüber gesprochen, wie so ein Anstieg sein soll. Es ist ein langsamer Anstieg, viel besser als wie so ein Hockeystick, was wir im 21er Jahr, 22er gesehen haben. So, das war es von der PDSC 2026, Q-Metals. Ja, tschüss und Baba, für euch. Thank you.
Thank you.